I've had that experience, and you have as well. When a darkness and an illness pushes back against us. To counter this in the world, we've got to be strong. To do that, we put on the whole armor of God. It has to do with a number of different pieces to it. It's an image. It says the first thing to do is put on the belt of truth. If you don't put your belt on, your pants will fall down. The first thing to do is to put on the belt of truth. What is the truth that we speak? We speak the truth of Jesus Christ. That's what's made us new people. Without the message of Jesus, we are Christocentric. We center on Jesus, and everything else comes from that center. So first of all, put on the belt of truth. And next we're going to put on the breastplate. As I said, for the Romans, that was actually a metal forged plate. And they would beat it into the shape so you looked like you had lots of muscles, kind of an Arnold Schwarzenegger type thing. And sometimes it would have symbols on it of what company and brigade you were a part of. Most of the other people of the world just had leather or stiff kind of wooden slats kind of protection. But it was a breastplate. Put on the breastplate of righteousness. Now, righteousness is not our kind of modern thought of righteousness, which is one person looking down on another person. I'm more righteous than you. That's not this righteousness. Righteousness is being right in the Lord. Being right by doing God's commands. 10 commandments. Don't steal. Don't lie. Pay attention to your parents. Give up one day a week for the Sabbath, the Lord. Be righteous by following the basic guidelines, the basic commandments of this world. You got on your belt. You got on your breastplate. Now it's time to put on some more parts of the armor. Put on a good pair of shoes so that you can go out to tell the gospel. Stand therefore fast. As the shoes for your feet, put on whatever will take you and make you ready to proclaim the gospel of peace. Put on your peace Nikes, if that's what you like to wear, sandals, whatever is the comfortable shoe, whatever is the comfortable way for you to get out into the world and tell of the gospel of peace. Women especially ought to be equipped to go out into the world with this part of the commandment here, because most of them have more shoes than they can need. It's okay. That's fine. You got different pairs of shoes for different occasions, don't you? You got little heels and big heels and all kinds of different shoes. Well, I don't understand why. Don't need to understand why. It's important. Right color of shoes to go with the right outfit. Put on the shoes that take you out into the world to proclaim the gospel of peace. I love preaching in this beautiful space. I love seeing all of you here. I love the gorgeous music in this space. This is where we feel God's presence so often. But the people who need to hear the gospel so much are the people on the other side of these walls. And we've got to put on the right kind of shoes and go out and greet them where they are with the gospel of Jesus. Put on the belt of truth, put on the breastplate of righteousness, put on some good shoes to get out there. And now we're going to also put on some other elements of our battle gear for doing battle with evil and establishing the truth out there. Pick up the shield of faith, so that the evil one who throws these fiery darts at you, the shield will hold them off. When you walk in faith, you walk with the protection around you. Those without faith do not have that same protection. I wish they did. It's a benefit of faith. When you walk in faith, so many of the slings and arrows that come at you, they bounce off. You've got a shield to protect you. Take on the helmet of salvation. I like that. The helmet protects your head, protects your brain, your thoughts, your mental activity. I visited this past week Florrie Mercer, who her and her husband Charles were at First Church Laurinburg. She was my high school MYF counselor. She had a stroke this past week, and I needed to go see her and to pray for her. She had meant so much to me. I remember when I was 15 years old, sitting on the front porch of Miss Rosemary Lemon's house in Laurinburg with Florrie Mercer and Rosemary Lemon and myself and 2 other members of the MYF, planning MYF program. And I think it was the first time in my life that anybody had paid any attention to what I thought.